Hello beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nadia and welcome to another video, you guys. As you guys can see by the thumbnail or the title, this video is about saving money on the maintenance that we have to do as women. Being a girl is so expensive. I think it's so funny when girls are always like, I'm just a girl, I'm just a girl. And being just a girl is so freaking expensive. So in this video, I'm gonna share, I'm like a major girly girl. Well, in my opinion, I feel like I am. So all the things that most of us girls or women like to do, these things are expensive. And when you really sit down and you add up everything that we do, it's a wonder that we can even do them all because of how much they cost. Having to pay bills and do the things that we need as women to keep ourselves looking presentable, those things together, they add up. I feel like I am the queen of, if I can do it myself, I'm gonna do it. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go through the list. I have my little, y'all know, my YouTube notebook right here with my notes in it. I'm gonna go through this list and we're just gonna talk about some of the things, well, all of the things I have on this list, and we're gonna talk about what I do to be able to do all of these things and then save money while I'm doing all of these things. The first thing that I have on here is my gym membership. I attend Crunch. That's the gym that they have here. Well, one of the gyms that they have here that I like. So there's two parts to this now because I attend Crunch. My membership for Crunch, I think, is like $15 a month. So when I talk about these things, I'm gonna write down the prices that I know that I pay for the ones I pay for. So I think we'll say like $15 a month, and I think their annual fee is going up to $59 a year. So I have the gym membership at Crunch, and then I have been building my home gym here. Actually today, you know, like the weights that you have, like the two dumbbells, that you can adjust the weight size in the dumbbells. I think they start at 5 pounds and go up to 55 pounds, and you can like drop off or pick up the weight size that you need. But all of these different weights are held on by these same two dumbbells, so I don't have to have so many different sets of dumbbells. It's just these two, and you can change the weights on them. Those will be here today, I think, and they were on sale for $209. Their regular price $300. So we went ahead and got those. I think last week we ordered those. They should be here today. But we have two benches, we have a squat rack, and then we have like some free weights, and then we'll have those free weights that'll come in, but the sizes go up. And then we have, of course, like the bands and the cord. We have all of that stuff there. So we're slowly building. I'm able to get a full workout in my gym because I have the squat rack, and then of course, so that has the bar. I have the different weight sizes that you put on the squat rack, and then, like I said, two benches so that I can do, you can do different exercises using the two benches. I get full leg days in. Like today I did legs, I did squats, I did deadlifts, I did Bulgarian split squats. So I'm able to do a full workout. That's just some of the exercises, but you guys get the point. So I'm able to do a full workout in my garage. And then I have the membership at Crunch. I actually think I'm going to cancel my membership at Crunch, to be honest with you, because the more, there's one machine that I want that Crunch has. If I get that machine, I definitely can cancel my membership. And I know everybody does not want to have a gym in their house. That's why I spoke on both. So I have the gym membership, and then I have the home gym. Initially starting the gym at home, of course you have to purchase the stuff, so you'll be putting out money there. But as far as over time throughout the year, I'll be saving money by having my gym at home because I don't have to spend a monthly maintenance. I don't have to spend money on gas. Even though it was me going before work, but still, y'all get the point. So gas, paying the monthly fee, I don't have to do that as long as I have the membership at home. I'll have to put out money up front to purchase the equipment, but then over time, it works out. The next thing I have on my list is body sculpting. So I know, again, this is something that most people will not do, and I'm not saying that this is something that needs to be done. I'm just going over the things that I do to, like, as far as my maintenance, and I'm telling you guys how I save on my maintenance. So this is not something that would be on most people's list. I'm aware of that, but I also know that this would be on a lot of people's list. But body sculpting, I actually have a friend that does body sculpting, and with me doing lashes, I'm willing to trade services. So I do her lashes once a month. She does my body sculpting once a month. So that one is, like I said, that's why I said this one's kind of like a one-off, because I do it as a service to trade. So that makes it a lot easier, and that's why I have it on my list, because this is actually a maintenance that I do consistently or whatever. But mine is a trade-off. So if there is something that you do that you do it well, and you have a friend that does something that you want, if you guys can trade off services, that adds to you having to not spend money on the maintenance, but also get something that you want to get done. Like, for instance, in that case, like I said, I do her lashes, she does my body sculpting. Next is, so I can put 0 there for body sculpting because it's technically free. Next is supplements. Right now I don't really drink protein. I know, like I should. That's because I've been drinking protein every single day for the last 6 years. I started working out in 2017, January 2017, and I have, this year was the only year that I have not drank protein like that. I just stopped cold turkey. When I used my last container, I stopped because I was so tired of it after all these years. So I still take my vitamins. I take this quercetin bromelain. This is an allergy vitamin that I take to keep from taking allergy medicine every day. I've talked to you guys about that. I take this Centrum for women, vitamin D3, biotin. This is a gummy, which I've been researching, and I've been watching videos of doctors and things saying that does not help grow your hair. I've been told our entire life that it does. So I'm still researching that, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna keep researching that. But they say vitamin D3 does. So, okay, chlorophyll, and then zinc. So those are the supplements that I do take. So the supplements can get really expensive because they're pricey. We'll say about $70 in supplements, $60, $70 for supplements. And then dermatologist, I have that on here. This is pricey. This is probably the most expensive thing on my list, actually. Of course, this is not an everyday thing, so this is not an everyday thing as far as the dermatologist, and everybody does not need this. I needed it because of my acne. Me trying to clear my acne at home just was not working. So I was like, finally, I sucked it up, and I was like, you gotta go. Okay, you're just gonna have to spend the money to go. And then, okay, this was kind of like the gym, because it's like once you spend the upfront money, the maintenance of it or the upkeep of it, it won't be as bad. So it was expensive for me to go to the dermatologist at first, because I'm paying for appointments, medicine, all of that in the beginning, all at one time. So it might have been like $3 something when I first went. Yeah, maybe like $3 something total for my appointment, and then the 2 prescriptions that I had. Maybe like $3 something when I first went. But now it's like I go, I think once a year. I've been once or twice this year, but I went but the first one was was one of my appointments attached to when I first went, and then my follow-up appointment. So I'll say it's like $100, because I really don't remember the last amount, $100 for my appointment. So we'll say like $120. And then my prescription is $70 for my daytime one, and then $30 for my nighttime for my tretinoin. I bought my tretinoin twice. I think, this year. And I'm about to have to buy it again, so $369. So about $100 a year on tretinoin. The other prescription I've had, it's so about $70 a year for that one, and then we'll say Dermatology is like $120. I'm doing that one yearly, but we're gonna do this monthly. So Dermatology is monthly. It's like a monthly is like a shot in the dark for that, because I don't have to spend anything monthly for the dermatologist. It's just like every so many months. So we'll come back to that one. Aesthetician. This is not a service that you have to do either. I'm just going over, again, you guys, I'm going over all of the maintenance things that I do and how I save on them. So I have like esthetician. Keelan's an esthetician. So I got lucky in that aspect. I don't get facials often. Like since she's gotten her license, I've only gotten 1 or 2 facials. And then I got a back facial a few weeks ago. So I'm not like abusing the fact that my daughter's an esthetician and just like expecting her to do that. So the esthetician thing, I'm not even gonna put anything by that, because technically that would be free also. Meal prep is next. So meal prep monthly, I will say, you guys, food is so expensive now. So that's why I wanted to make sure that I put this on the list, because of how high food is, and because it's a necessity. Like there's no going without this one. So I made sure that this one was on the list, especially for that reason, of course, and especially because I prep every single week. I meal prep. So every Sunday I cook enough food for me to eat the entire week. It saves money. I'm not one of those people that's like every day like, oh, what are you gonna eat for lunch? I gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat for lunch. I mentally, I could not do that. Okay, I did that when I was younger. And I still would take my lunch sometime when I was younger, but I can't. I would take my lunch a lot when I was younger. It takes time to figure out what you're gonna eat for lunch, and then you have to go get it. Back then I didn't, because I worked at Walmart. Even though we went and ate out a lot. But like I said, I was in my 20s. But now, like it takes time. You got to figure out what you want to eat for lunch. You got to go out there in that traffic and deal with the people. You got to wait in line, and by the time you do everything you need to do, you probably have 30 minutes to eat, because you went out, you had to drive there, you had to order, sit in line, drive back. I just don't like doing that, and then spending the money. Food is expensive. Like I said, any day for lunch, at any time, you can spend $15 on a meal for lunch. $15, 5 days a week, you guys. This was $75 a week on lunch. Yeah, I cannot spend that $75 a week on lunch. That's not including if you eat breakfast, if you buy breakfast out, if you buy a coffee out, if you buy a soda out, like whatever your habits are that you're buying every single day, Monday through Friday. $300 a month if you're buying lunch every single day, and especially if you're buying lunch around $15 a day. $300 a month, that's a bill in itself. That's just lunch. That's not including, like I said, if you're buying breakfast, or people that buy coffees that go to Starbucks every day and spend $10-15 on a Starbucks coffee, however much those coffees cost, I don't know. That's a card, a freaking, by the time you do that, if you're doing coffee, breakfast, lunch every single day, you guys, you're paying a card note in that food, and every day. And that's just for you. If you have kids, if you have a spouse, that is a lot of money every month on eating out. So we'll say about $70 a week for my meal prep. I have makeup on here because I know people wear it every day, and I don't. I have it on here, but I definitely do not buy it monthly. Only thing that I buy often enough is like lip gloss, and I'm gonna put 0 by makeup because I don't buy anything monthly, and I have a ton of makeup, so I definitely don't buy it like that. Hair and brows. So now we're getting to the part where it gets expensive. Hair and brows. So for brows, we'll start here. I do my own brows. I use these dermaplanners to do my brows, and I paid $6.99 for these, and I have had this pack for months. It has 12 in here. I have 2 left. I got these from Marshall's. So it looks like this. Of course, you guys have seen these at this point. This part pulls off, and it's like a razor, but they're not. They're not sharp. They're not like super sharp. Like, they are made to keep you from cutting yourself, even though you can. If you hold them the wrong way, you can cut yourself for sure, because I shave my sideburns with these, and I shave my eyebrows and my top lip. Okay, yes I do, with these. But if you hold them the wrong way, it will kind of slice your skin. It'll be like a paper cut. So you have to make sure that you hold them correctly to keep from doing that. But it's almost like foolproof. Like, I can go into my eyebrows, take it, and I just clean the hair. My eyebrows kind of sit in this shape how they are now. So all I have to do is go in and clean them up around the bottom, go on the top. I can do my eyebrows in like 5, 6, 7 minutes, you guys. It does not take much. They don't grow crazy or anything like that, because they're pretty much trained to this shape right here from me getting them waxed all of those years. So they kind of just sit in this shape, but they, like right now, they need to be, I need to go in there and actually arch them. So when it comes to brows, any kind of hair in my face, and I know a lot of women get waxing and things like that, $6.99 for a pack of 12, and I think I bought this pack either beginning of this year or last year. And I use it, like I said, I use it for my eyebrows, top lip, and my sideburns, because my sideburns grow like nobody's business. So if I don't use my boyfriend's clippers, which I think I'm gonna start just using his clippers, like I used them this time and I just like clipped up, but most of the time I use this because the shave gets really, really close. Hair, y'all know the deal with me. Hair is a struggle for me. Okay, hair, this is a half wig I have on right now, and I think half wig, like, it needs to be washed. That's why it's so fluffy and so just like big. But I'm gonna wash it when I do finish recording these videos. But these half wigs are saving me. Like, my hair is out in the front right here. My hair is what's pinned back, but keeping my edges from being like constantly tugged on, and just for the sake of how much I spent on it. I bought this wig in July or August, I think it was, and I wore it for the first time in September when I went on my cruise. And I just think I'm going to continue to wear these and just get different types of curl patterns, or the ones that are close enough to match my hair, because if I want to dress up, it looks dressed up. If I'm just on a, it's like me wearing my hair. If I was to wear my curly hair out, it's an investment, because when you first get it, because the wig was like $170, but $170 compared to me going to a hair shop and paying someone $200 each time I get my hair done, once a month or every other month. If I had braids, it would be every other month. If I was going for what do girls get, like wigs, braids, like anything you get, the wig itself is gonna be $200, and then you, probably more, I'm sure, and then you have to go get it installed. So before you finish, it's like almost a $400 hairstyle, and then it's only gonna last you a few weeks. It's just, hair is so expensive. Like, I have someone to take care of my hair underneath. Going to get my hair trimmed is like pretty much the upkeep that I need to do, because I'll get in there and dust it myself with them shears. But I told her I was going to stop doing that. But as far as getting my hair done every single month, because that's what it would be, or like if it was braids, it'd be every, we'll say, month and a half. So it's like $200 when I get my braids. Or if you went to, if somebody, like I said, was doing your wig. Like, hair is expensive. So for me buying this $170 wig, so I'm gonna write $170, $170 wig, okay? And that's not even monthly. That is, like I said, I wore it September, here it is October, so I've been wearing this wig for a month. I'm probably gonna wear this wig for the rest of the year, to be honest with you. There are a few styles that I will do with my own hair, like I love the little Cinnabon look that I started doing because it looks like really professional. So I have that look. And then there's, like I said, I wanted to get like 2 or 3 go-to looks with my hair that didn't include me pulling my hair up in a puff, because my hairstylist told me to stop doing that. But like the Cinnabon hair look, like that one is really professional, really pulled together. That I said I was gonna like deep dive and search for maybe like 2 more hairstyles like that, and then bounce back between this wig and I'll get another wig, and that's how I'm gonna wear my hair. And then, like I said, I'll go however often I have to go to get it trimmed. So my next one is nails and toes. I'm gonna put a 0 there, even though it was an investment. I was about to say, I'm not the one that enjoys going to the nail shop and getting my nails done or my toes done. It's not relaxing to me because I gotta sit there and probably talk. Even though I know some people say that they request silent appointments, I didn't know that that was even a thing until I started seeing that on TikTok, and I'm like, oh wow. So I guess they go in, they tell the provider, like my clients tell me sometimes, Nadia, I want to go to sleep. So I guess that's their way of requesting a silent appointment for me, which I'm a quiet type person anyway. So if they didn't like, I let my clients lead. If they come in and they're talking, then I'm gonna assume they wanna talk. But if they come in and they get on the table, after because we speak when they come in, hey, how you doing? You know, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's before they even lay on the table. So as they're laying on the table, if they stop, they lay down and they lay there quiet, I don't say a word. But if they start talking, then I'll talk back or whatever. But because we've gotten the hellos out of the way when they get there. So when I found out that people were requesting silent appointments at the nail shops, I was like, oh, wow. But even with the silent appointment, I still don't care to go. I care to do everything in the comfort of my home. So I have this, and to show you guys when it comes to nails and toes. I do my own. They're not done right now. I'm gonna do them today. Actually, I think I'm gonna do them today. I still have to cook, but yeah. So I just ordered the stuff. So for you guys that want to start, and I see people all the time, they're like, I don't even know what to get. Of course, I have my UV gloves. You need nail file. You just get a cheap pack, honey. Buffer that has the different sides on it. And then I get like the little stick to push my cuticles back. It's in here. Y'all know, like the basic things that if you were just doing like a manicure, you can get all this stuff literally for cheap. And then for my actual nails, I get this nail prep dehydrator. This is what I put on my nails first when I do them. Amazon. I'll link this stuff down below also. And then this Young Nails Protein Bond Non-Acid Adhesive. Amazon. I put that on after the dehydrator. If you guys want me to do a nail video, I will, but I'm just running through this. And then whatever your color is going to be. So, well, next, actually. So there's 2 things. From D&D, I can't link these because these are D&D. DndGel.com. I go in with they have a base gel and a top gel. They sell these separately, but they also sell this in a set. So you go on D&D, you get these, the base gel you put on, you cure it, put your nail color on, then you put the top gel on and you cure it. Once you put the top gel on and you cure it, you're done. You remember they specifically say no cleanser needed. Base gel. And well, the top gel says no cleanser needed. What they mean is back in the day, you remember how they used to do your gel nail? They put the alcohol or whatever on there, and then they wipe it off after they cured it to get the sticky layer off, and then your gel, they'll be set. You don't have to do that with this. You can start with one color, whatever color you love your nails to be. Start with that color. Wear that color until you decide you want to get another color or however else. But it saves so much money doing this way because now I have these colors. I can change my nail color every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however often I want to change them. And I do not have to leave outside of my house. I do everything right here in my house. So monthly, I can do my nails and toes. I gel my toes also, $0. So I have a 0 right here. Even though, again, I had to make an investment by buying these, but now $0. Next is Hygiene. Every single month, pads and tampons. We'll say $15. Every single month, $15. It's probably more than that. We'll say $15, $16 every single month. because your cycle gonna come once a month. We don't have to stay there long, but it's something we have no choice on. So that's why I put it on here. And I know some people buy the cup. I have not quite gotten there yet. I'm scared. I just am. Okay, one day. Next, I have body hair because I like waxing. Armpits, like private areas, like lip, what legs, whatever. I shave and I nair. I shave my armpits. Keelan could wax me, but it's not always convenient for her to wax me. So I shave my armpits and then I shave my legs. My private area, I use clippers, like in a razor, you know, in the very private area, but like my inner thigh, my bikini line, like right there by my thigh, all of that, I nair it. It keeps me smooth. It keeps me from dealing with shaving and being irritated. But what I do is I make sure that I have on, like I have this one pair of thongs, this one specific pair of thongs that I only wear when I do this because they are too small. And I was gonna throw them away, but I'm like, wait, I can use these when I nair. So I put them on and I sit on the side of the tub. When I sit on the side of the tub, I put the nair everywhere that the thong is not, because I don't want the nair, of course, on my lips or on anywhere down there on my private part. I don't want the nair there. That's the point of me having on the thong. And the thong is so that I can get as close to that area without getting on that area, because the thong, you know, is little, it's skimpy and small or whatever. So I put them on, and wherever they don't touch, that's where I nair. And I let the nair do its thing. I wipe it off, rinse off, and then I wipe it off, take my panties off, and then I get in the shower. And but you gotta make sure you wipe it off. When I say wipe, I mean nobody can tell that it was ever there wipe. Like wet wipes wipe. Because you don't want to stand up and then it be somewhere that you couldn't see and it touched the wrong part and then it burnt. No. Wipe it off. I mean clean completely off. Then take the panties off and take a shower like normal. That way it's like everything is spotless, no hair, like $0 a month. Monthly, $0, because I'm not buying the nair every month. Like I might have to replace my razors twice a year, or however often I have to replace them. They come in a pack of 4, I think. So yeah, I maybe replace my razors, I think, like twice a year. And then the nair will last me a while because I don't use a lot. You guys, this world is expensive. So we're gonna calculate what I spend monthly on my maintenance. Monthly, I came up with $311 for my complete maintenance. And that's food. That is literally my meal prep. I did meal prep, gym membership, and hygiene. And I can't even say hygiene every month, because I feel like once I buy this, it'll last me these things. I might be able to go through 2 months. Yeah, I might be able to go through 2 months. But I still left it on there because there's no running out of that. But yeah, $311 for my maintenance a month. And most of that is food, with an exception of like $30 for the hygiene and the gym membership. Everything else does not happen monthly. Some of the things are every other month. Some of the things are like a couple times a year. But monthly, about $311. And that's food. Gym membership, which I could cancel because I have my gym outside. And then the hygiene stuff is the only thing that I absolutely have to pay for every single month, because I've learned how to do everything else. Some people might call it cheap, but I say that it's saving me money, and I'm not just like throwing my money out the window. I can't, you guys. But yeah, that's the end of this very long video. I just wanted to give you guys some insight on how I keep up my maintenance and save money while I'm doing it. You start to see, like I started to see myself buying and doing so much with my money, and it started to make me feel very uncomfortable. And I'm like, okay, now you gotta reel it in. Something ain't right with this picture. You know better than this. So do better. I'm doing better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this money management video, because as it seems like what it ended up being. Since I guess I do that. That's what I do for a living. So do better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys.